my name is Angie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm a mom to 4. I love to homeschool, I love to read good books, and I love to share both of those things on this channel. And so today I'm going to be sharing my plans for what I want to read aloud to my kids this year. And so I have a stack here that I'm going to share, and we might not get to all of them. We might not like some of them and stop reading some of them, but these are kind of my options. And so I like to have options thought out ahead of time so I know which books to pull from. My kids love being read to. We've always read picture books and things like that, and they still love picture books. But over the last, I'd say 6 to 8 months, they've really started to take a hold of chapter books, being read chapter books to them, and they love it. And they're 6.5 and 5. And so I definitely have to keep it to an appropriate level, but I found some really good books. And so for us, we kind of have 2 read aloud times per day. I have one read aloud time that goes with our morning time, and that tends to be more associated with school, especially when we get to more history. So we'll have some associated with the prehistory unit I plan on doing, as well as the Build Your Library Level 1 program, which is the ancient history program. So we have a few there, and I'll make note of that, but the rest of these are kind of free to be used either in morning time or during the second time we read aloud during the day, which is bedtime. And so we have kind of a designated book for each. So we're reading 2 books aloud at the same time, basically. And so let me just hop in and share what I have in my stack. And so the first one I have is Poppy. And I think the author's name is Avie. I'm not sure on that. But this is an adventure story about a mouse. It involves the forests, and I think there's an owl, so the scary owl, and then some brave little mice. So it's an adventure story. So we might do this more around the time that we are doing animals for science, but maybe not, because I have a number of animal books, as you will see. So the next book is The Princess Frog. Nope, The Frog Princess. This is by E.D. Baker. We're actually reading this currently because I gave my daughter the choice of what book she wanted to read during bedtime, and she picked this. It's pretty much the only one we have about princesses. Most of them are like more adventure animal stories, so she's really liking this one. It does not really follow the Disney movie, or I guess the Disney movie does not really follow this, and I think this is a cuter story. And so I'm really enjoying it. I mean, it has nothing to do with Louisiana or voodoo or anything like that. It's a really cute story, and they're really enjoying having it read out loud. There's really no scary parts, or they're animals and it's not as scary, you know what I mean? So they're really liking this one. Another one I picked up is The Water Horse. This is by Dick King-Smith. And so this is the same author that wrote Babe. It's a very small book. We actually read another book, Wolf, or something like that, about a mouse, and it's by the same author. It was also very short and very cute. And this looks to be about kids that find an egg near a seashore and then take it home, and it turns out to be a dragon. And I think it's kind of the Loch Ness monster sort of idea. So that looks really cute. Another one we have on our list is Mary Poppins by P.L. Travers. And so this was just a fun cover, and so I'm looking forward to this one. Everybody knows the classic story of Mary Poppins. I'm not sure if my kids are quite ready for this, but I think they should be. I might have to do a pre-read of this. So a lot of these I will pre-read if I feel like there might be some scary parts, or it might be too advanced for my kids. But a number of these I won't either. Like, I won't do this one. So this is a Tommy DePaolo, 26th Fairmont Avenue. And this is recommended in our Build Your Library curriculum for level 1, and it looks just really cute. It really is almost like a memoir of Tommy's life. It tells his story as a kid, and like a hurricane hits their house, and some other things go on with the house. And it's a pretty short book, and I hear it's really, really cute. Another book I picked up is called Egyptian Diaries, The Journal of Nakut. I'm not sure how to do that. I'll look that up before I actually read this out loud. This is, again, a part of our history, so this will definitely be in the morning time basket, probably in the spring when we get to Egypt, which is kind of more the end of this spring. Some of the last stuff we'll be covering. It's about a boy who becomes a scribe, and it tells just kind of the everyday life of what it was like to live during this time, during the pharaohs of Egypt. And it's not really an adventure story. There's not like crazy things going on, so I think it'll just be a glimpse into that time period, which is really powerful for the kids as we're reading about different things. So I'm looking forward to that. Another one I have is Half Magic, Tales of Magic, Half Magic. This is the first in a series, I think, of 7 by Edward Egger. And this one, again, I might do some pre-reading because I'm not sure if my kids are quite ready for it, but magic is involved, but it only grants half of the wish or something like that. And so it ends up with some kind of quirky things that happen. And it sounds really cute. It's about a group of kids, their family. So my son really wants to read it, maybe just because there's like a ninth on the cover. I'm not sure. The next one on our list is Maru of the Winter Caves by Anne Turnbull. And so this goes with our prehistory unit. And so this is a story about a girl and her brother living during the time of cave people. So real early people, what it's like to live without houses and to be in the elements. And I did pre-read this, and there's some more intense parts to this story. So my plan is to pre-warn my children about it and be like, this is going to happen. It's just part of the story. It'll be okay. And to be able to have discussions from there, because it can be a really good discussion starter. I really thought the book did a great job of pulling you into that time frame, into what would it have felt like to live during that time. It's just such a foreign concept to our children, to ourselves, and so it's a good book. I'm looking forward to reading it to my kids when we get there. Okay, the next one on my list is The Penderwicks. This is by Jean Birdsall, and it's the summer tales of 4 sisters, 2 rabbits, and a very interesting boy. And it is a National Book Award winner, and I've heard great things about this, especially if you like stories about families. So Narnia, or we've read The Vanderbeekers, which was also kind of a good family story. I feels like I started reading some of this. It feels like it might be better if I wait a few years, but we'll see. It's on our list. I might have to pre-read it to see if it would hold their attention, or if it has more teenage kind of drama or things like that that won't hold their attention at all. We'll see. So I'm really excited to read The Tale of Despero by Kate DiCamillo, and it's called The Tale of Despero, being the story of a mouse, a princess, some soup, and a spool of thread. And so it sounds really cute. It's another adventure animal mouse story. I actually just started pre-reading this because I heard there are some more intense scenes, and I heard this from a school teacher who read this out loud to, I think, her 2nd grade class or something like that. So I just want to have warning again and not be caught off guard, because I also hear that most kids just love this book, and so I just want to be extra careful. Here's another one. This is called Cappy Bobby by Bill Peet. And this is a bit of a nonfiction book about this man's family, basically, Bill Peet's family. And they adopted, or they brought home, a Cappy Bobby, which is like a marmot type animal from, I believe, South America. And it's a fairly large animal. And it tells the story of the antics of bringing it home to live with them. And it looks like a pretty quick story with lots of cute pictures. We actually just finished this. So The Complete Brambly Hedge by Jill Barklam, and this was really cute. I wasn't expecting it because it's just a story of some mice, and some other reviews said it was a little bit boring. I didn't find it to be boring, and the pictures are amazing. Let me find one, because my kids will look through these for a while, and it's like showing the inside of the mouse house and every room, and so you can follow along with the story, and so it really is outstanding pictures. And the stories, I thought they were really good, and it held my kids' attention. Even though there weren't a ton of action adventure or anything like that, it was just well written. And so I think that made all the difference, is that the story was well written. It was easy to read. You didn't stumble over it. And it was just really, really cute. So we started with this year, and we really, really enjoyed it. It surprised me how much I enjoyed it. And this one actually comes with 7 different stories, so it's definitely the way to go, is to get the whole set. The next book I have is The Secret Zoo by Brian Chick. So this is a middle grade book. So this is, again, on the list of the ones I'm not quite sure if my kids are ready for, but it looks really cute. So it's a fantasy book about a group of kids who go into the zoo, and they're looking for their lost friend or something like that, and then they stumble onto secret passageways to different worlds and things like that. So it sounds really cool. I'm just gonna have to pre-read and make sure it's not scary or ridiculous in some ways, that it's actually a good story. And then the last one on my stack is Tales from the Odyssey by Mary Pope Osborne, so the writer of the Magic Treehouse books. And this has to do with Greek mythology. kind of told at more of a children's level. And in this case, a lot of the like Homer's Odyssey is told here. So you're talking like giants and ships and witches and three-headed snakes and things like that. That seem a little scary, but my son looks at this and thinks it sounds amazing. So he sounds really interested. So this was part of the Build Your Library Ancient History section. So we'll hold on to this one until that part of history. So yeah, those are the books I have on my stack. Those are the books I have ready. That doesn't mean that I won't pick up others along the way. I always kind of do that. But I wanted to make sure I always have something for when we run out. I can pick up a different book that I'm already excited about, that the kids are excited about. So I hope you found some gems there, some books that maybe you haven't heard of before that sound really interesting to you to pick up to read to your kids. I would love though if you leave in a comment some of your favorite read-alouds for the 5, 6.5 kind of age range, because we're really starting to go through the books quickly, so I definitely need some lists going. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel if you like what you see, and otherwise I will see you in the next homeschool video. All right, have a wonderful rest of your day. Okay, bye.